The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Taking care of an aging loved one can be a full-time job. However, finding the perfect place for your senior to live can be difficult to sort through as well. And that's why we have Mark Wolf with us. He is with Senior Care Authority, and he has an incredible service that's going to help so many of you out and really take that weight off your shoulders. So, Mark, welcome to the show. And for those who haven't entered into this part of their life, this chapter of their life, having to find senior or care for a senior member of their family, kind of highlight some of the challenges that they may be facing.
Well, it all starts when someone goes online to find information. And it's not that the internet's a bad place to find information, but when you're looking for a place for your aging loved one to live, there are many questions that you should be asking that aren't easy to find online.
Yeah.
And, you know, unless you have a lot of time and patience, I highly recommend finding someone who's already done a lot of that research for you. And some of those questions that you might ask are something simple, like what kind of food do they make? Does it come out of a package or a can, or is it made fresh? Are they trained to work with people who have dementia? And imagine if your mom or dad had dementia, but they were highly functioning and they were very social. Wouldn't you want to know that the places you were looking at for them also had other residents who are highly functioning, so that mom and dad had someone to talk to?
Yeah.
So at Senior Care Authority, that's what we do, is we tour and inspect hundreds of care homes and take careful notes so that we can help people make the right decision and find just the right fit for their loved one.
Yeah, and that is such a phenomenal resource, because we all know that chapter in life is a very emotionally charged chapter, right? All of a sudden your role has completely flipped, and now you're the caregiver and you're taking care of someone who has cared for you your entire life. So that in itself is just a difficult situation. And then, like you're saying, you're trying to navigate this path of trying to find those specific things that you need for a very customized situation. So I commend you for putting this program together, because it's such a valuable resource. But you're doing this because you've been down that path before yourself with your mom, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me about
and that's
that.
really why I do what I do today. This is a second career for me, and I really dedicate it to my mom. In the early 2000s, my mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And when I look back at those times, I was always feeling guilty about every decision I made. And when I think about it, it's because I didn't know anything about the senior care market or senior care. And, you know, I had my own family to support at that time, and I was working lots of hours. So fast forward all these years with Senior Care Authority, my job is to help people who are in exactly the same boat that I was and had the same problems that I had back then. So it's very rewarding.
Yeah, I bet it is very rewarding. And in turn, too, you know exactly how helpful this is for them, because like you said, it's another full-time job. So you're trying to, you know, hold down everything at home in your own life, and then also try to support your mom in her life as well. So tell me about Senior Care Authority, because this is a free service, right?
That's right. The service that we provide is a concierge-style, one-on-one experience for the family. So we meet with them in person, and then we help them find, or we assess their situation, and then we help them find the right place with the right kind of care and at a price that they can afford.
That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. And what type of response have you seen from people as they use this service? How have you been able to help them?
Well, first of all, I don't know if I told you that the service is absolutely free. That's
Yes.
the best part.
Yes.
So they like that. But, you know, most of the families that I meet with are in crisis when I first meet them. And so I'm able to be there, and we go through a process together and I get to see their face when they realize that they found just the right place. And it's almost like a burden has been lifted off of their back, and they don't have to feel guilty anymore. And, you know, I sold life insurance for 14 years, and I don't ever remember getting a hug for selling somebody a life insurance policy, but now I get them all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do. So if people are interested in this service, what do they need to do? Where do they go?
They can call me, or they can email me, mark@seniorcareauthority.com.
And is there a process? Do they need to register for anything, or is it just the simple start of a conversation?
Just a conversation. Everyone has a different situation, and a lot of what I do is just talking about what the options are.
That's great. And I know you had mentioned, you know, some of the responses you've received from families are hugs. I imagine that continued relief, those sighs of, okay, this is going to work and my loved one's going to be okay. Do you have any other experiences that you can share with us?
I
Just
Yeah.
possibly, but I can just imagine, just the amazing opportunities that you've helped people with as you move forward. And like you'd mentioned, this is such a personal place that you're coming from, right?
Right.
This is an experience you've had before, and this is also something that you're helping people kind of walk down that path with. So the fact that you've been in
Yeah.
those shoes just kind of speaks volumes in itself, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, a conversation that we have all the time
Mhm.
is somebody's mom or dad has dementia, but it may not be diagnosed, and they're not sure what kind of
Ooh.
care that they should be receiving. And so there's a big conversation that goes around that. That's a
Mhm.
big topic. And so there are lots of people struggling with should mom or dad
Mhm.
be receiving memory care
Mhm.
or in assisted living. And so that's something that I can help them through.
Yeah, that's very, very valuable. Awesome. Thank you, Mark, so much. And one more time, where can people go for more information?
Call me at 916-573-2120 or mark@seniorcareauthority.com.
Wonderful. Mark, thank you so much for everything that you do. I know you've helped countless people and you'll continue to do so.
Thank
as well.
you. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. And I know we just got done talking about a very sensitive and challenging chapter in everyone's life here, which is finding that care for an elderly individual in your family. But it's also important that we focus